Out there with Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Parker in at the 1. There's the pick. Leonard the pass to Herrera. Harden with the defensive effort. And the Rockets with possession here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. They weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking. No ball movement. Very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their movement away from the ball. Not very crisp.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Parker dishes to Splitter. Parker kicks to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. And Parker, here we go. Here's Primetime. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Primetime. That's good. Primetime's got his second bucket of the night.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
San Antonio with the ball. 4-point game. Parker outside. Here's Herrera. The shot misses. And the Rockets take it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
Well, these are a pair of conference rivals that are going to be very familiar with each other by the end of the season. You know, this is just the first of 4 games they'll see each other.
Here is Parker after the made shot from Primetime, and the call will be against Primetime. That's his first foul. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Batum against Leonard. Clock at 6. Wade drives in. Lets it go from 11. Count the bucket.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Releases. And Splitter pulls it down.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Parker outside. They set the screen. Misses off the left iron.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
There's the 3. No good from Primetime.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
Well, then they picked the right guy to put on him.
Baseline try, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Thiago Splitter. Leonard's got his first points of the night. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. He knows they're up against a team that plays best when they're getting to the rim. He told me that their #1 concern is going to be sliding over to help on any drives and closing up any lanes to the hoop as quickly as possible. Good rotation is key, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And
I like the
time. That's foul number 2. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, on the floor for San Antonio, we've got Herrera. He's out there with Anderson. Tony Parker is out there with Splitter, and it's Evans in at the 2 spot.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead.
Lakic from outside off the mark. Spurs trail by 6. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Over to the wing. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 5 to shoot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Hey, Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. You look at Primetime, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Well, that's why he's playing with so much confidence. I mean, he just has that belief because of what he did last year.
Here's Primetime. 26 points for him last game against Miami. Now here's Parker, guarded closely. And the layup's good off the glass. Parker's got 5.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Primetime. Drains it from beyond the arc. Primetime's got the lead up to 6 now for the Rockets.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Parker drives in. Good. Parker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
The shot's good from Primetime.
They brought up their three-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
Now here's Parker. He's got 7. Evans passes to Splitter. Looking for Anderson. He gets it there. Misses off the right eye.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Lakic outside for Batum. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
That's good. And now a 9-point Rocket lead.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Here's Herrera. 9 points last game out. That's good.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Takes a 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. It's been great today and just as hot as he was last time out.
Parker kicks to Splitter. There's a screen. On the wing, Evans. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Herrera. Here's Primetime. Kept alive. Pass to Capela. Out left to the wing. Three-pointer. And again, the three-point shot from Primetime. Primetime's got 12 points now in the quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Houston.
Well, Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, and a key indicator of their activity defensively.
Get up.
Here's Mills. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
And he did some nice work on the boards, too, Kevin. That was definitely a factor in that game as well. 5
seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
I thought they did a better job of getting it inside in the first. I mean, they were conscious of throwing that ball in the paint and attacking the rim.
Now Johnson. From downtown. And the rebound goes to Perkins. Here's Anderson. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so that brings...
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just...
The action now, it's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Really an incredible game from Primetime.
Wow, the threes have just been dropping for him. Absolute dead-eye shooting in that first half.
Could not have been a more productive day for him from long range.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Houston. Primetime in at point guard. Batum is out there with Jones. Then it's Harden.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Parker passes to Herrera. The feed to Leonard. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip. He's off on the first. That one is no good. Rockets leading by 12. Passes it to Primetime from the arc. Rebound San Antonio. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Herrera. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Prime time, the pass to Jones. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. In fourth, the Spurs.
Seemed like they went through stretches, guys, where they just didn't miss from beyond the arc, and that carried those numbers right up to the top of the list.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Parker, right side. Splitter kicks to Leonard, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Parker outside. Wade with it. There's the pick. Pass to Herrera. Shot clock at 6. Leonard with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark.
Now still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3. Even before that miss.
No good from Prime time.
Yeah, again, iffy shot selection there. Defender draped all over him.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
Splitter misses.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
The shot's good from Prime time. Oh, with that last huddle, you could see the coach was addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't,
Power dancers.
Let's go.
And so it's Houston with it. Parker with the steal. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. The shot by Wade, no good.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Prime time's checked in for Houston.
And a moment here to check out Nicholas Batum, how his season went last year. He averaged about 10 points a game last year, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And when you take his overall contributions on the whole, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers, but I think he can do more.
And Steve, sometimes that's just part of the game, weathering periods where your stats might not show all of what you're doing on the floor.
5 on the clock. Nobody near Parker. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Houston leading by 11. Here's Prime time. Oh, look out! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
And it's Wade penetrating. Splitter dishes to Leonard. Parker kicks to Leonard, and it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Spurs making a switch here. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Splitter. Anderson comes in for Herrera. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Anderson against Johnson. Pulls up on the wing, and he gets it to go. Anderson's got 10 points in the game.
You know, he's not somebody they lean on for points, but when he does score, that's a bonus.
Here's Prime time, covered by Mills. Johnson attacking.
Well, we've got a moment to look back to last year's Spurs right now. First in opponent shooting percentage. Second in fewest turnovers per game. And they were number 2 in lowest opponent points per game. Controlling the pace, being on the same page defensively, has allowed them to be elite at that end of the floor.
And Clark, you know this. I mean, anytime you see a team number 1 in the NBA in field goal percentage defense, you know they're getting after it. So this is a club that plays extremely hard They take great pride in their defense. They have a concerted plan, a concerted effort every single night to try to stop the opposing team.
To the wing right side. Here's McDaniels. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. McDaniels got 6.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Inside, Mills. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in the second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Here's Primetime, covered by Mills. Johnson against Green. Johnson goes in.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Spurs trail by 12. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Perkins with the screen for Leonard. Perkins with the screen on Jones. Here's Mills. He's got 9. 6 to shoot. Here's Anderson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Quality free throw shooter a year ago, about 79%.
And he's good on the second. Here's Primetime. No good on the buzzer beater. And a moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this pass. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
On the court right now for the Spurs. Mills out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Splitter, and it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. A nice shot by McDaniels.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Mills passes to Anderson. Splitter kicks to Wade. And off the glass. That one's good. Here's Primetime. And the call will be against Primetime. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
He won a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Jones checked in for McDaniels. The Spurs also changing it up. Herrera's checked in for Leonard. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. Splitter dishes to Parker. The kick out to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. It's Parker with the drive. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Batum.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He told his guys it's time to turn it up a little and try to make a push. We've worked too hard to come away empty-handed. Let's put this thing away. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
It's stolen by Jones. Here's Primetime. That's good. Primetime's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Rockets.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
That's good. Here is Harden. There's the dish to Batum. And the pass to Primetime. Jacks up a three. Shot is no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Yeah, a lot of good matchups around the league. The one that I have my eye on is definitely the Miami Heat matchup.
Outside, Batum. And some nice passing there by Houston. Just 4 to shoot. The shot's good from Primetime.
And that kind of power move has become a trademark for him.
Spurs trail by 12. Parker outside. He dishes it to Anderson. Splitter kicks to Wade. 11 feet away. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Herrera passes to Parker. Anderson outside. Pass to Herrera. 6 on the shot clock. Parker dishes to Splitter. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half from the field, and everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line, and they found a way to do it here in the second half.
Dishes it to Anderson. Parker with no one around. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, it gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath. Yep. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
What a stellar outing in this one for Primetime. 34 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is raining down the threes, guys. You know how much I love to see this.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Spurs.
Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime. Pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
Parker drives in. Wade laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shot.
This work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe easy number 1. They're ahead.
There's the pick. Down low. Kicks it out to Leonard from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Primetime.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge.
Parker kicks to Wade. Out to Parker. Here's Herrera, and it's good on the assist by Parker.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Rockets leading by 8. Here's Primetime. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Clark, they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
And Leonard with the block. Parker drives in. It's rebounded by Houston. They've led by as many as 14 points. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harden outside. Primetime, the pass to Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Primetime. Another miss by Houston. And here's Wade off target. So we see the Rockets get the win here.